How much different would your life look if you were able to get 1,000 followers on Instagram every single day? Well, that could be a reality if you implement the 4-step system that I'm going to share with you in this video. In fact, this system took this creator from struggling to grow, not knowing what to post, to being able to gain 1,000 followers a day when they were a small creator, and now they have over 100,000 followers. The same exact thing for this creator and the same exact thing for this creator. And all these creators, they had posted flopped, they didn't know what to post, and all they did was implement this 4-step system, which you need to make sure that you're implementing also. Step number 1 is that you need to go ahead and you need to brainstorm 10 to 12 different topics that you're going to post about that the audience that you want to attract is going to be interested in. Now, there are a few ways for you to be able to come up with this. You could do things like just write down a list of things that your audience would be interested in, or problems that you know your audience has. Or you could look at news articles and say, oh, these are things that my audience would be interested in, and these are things that are relevant. Or what you could do is find a bunch of small channels on Instagram and be able to see, oh, this is working for these channels. Or even better, you could do it from TikTok or do it from YouTube, because the majority of the time that something ends up trending on Instagram, well, guess what? It was trending on TikTok or it was trending on YouTube beforehand, and Instagram typically is the last one to get it before it then goes on to Facebook. And this is something that you need to make sure that you're implementing into your content, because if you're not doing the audience research at first and coming up with 10 to 12 different topics, well, then you're kind of setting yourself up for failure. And the reason that you're setting yourself up for failure is because you have no idea whether or not your post is going to do well or your post is going to flop. And I'm going to share with you exactly how you can know that before you even end up creating a video. But first, I need you to smash that subscribe button. If you want to grow quicker on Instagram, TikTok, or YouTube, I literally upload a video every single day about how to grow on these platforms. In addition to that, if you want to know the best time to post on Instagram or the best hashtags to use, you could go to the pinned comment below and get into my free Instagram growth course. It's going to share with you both of those things. What are you waiting for? It's literally 100% free. Just go to the pinned comment below. Okay, so instead of just taking that idea that you had, stopping at that, which is what most creators do, and that's why their posts flop, you need to actually take it to Instagram and do a search for the topic that you're about to post about. Now, after you do that search, you're going to discover a few different things. One, whether or not carousels or photos are the majority of things that show up for that search, in which case, that's the content you should be creating. Or maybe it's reels that are showing up. In fact, if there are more than 3 reels showing up, then you need to make sure that you go based off of that. But we can't stop there. The next thing that you need to do, you need to click into one of those carousels. Click into one of those photos or click into one of those reels, and you need to start scrolling, because what you just did was change your search bar into a For You page that only has content that's relevant to the topic that you just searched on, and this is going to show you several different things. One, what other successful creators are doing. It's going to show you the topic, it's going to show you the length of their post, it's going to show you how long their description was, and so much more. And you need to make sure that you take that information and implement it into your content. But we can't stop there. There are 2 other things that you need to make sure that you're doing, and if you skip these last 2 things, it's going to be the reason that you fail to get 1,000 followers on Instagram every single day. Oh, and by the way, if you do a search for something and you don't see videos or you don't see posts or you don't see anything that's done well before, well, that's probably a good sign that you shouldn't actually go through the process of creating that content. You don't want to create that content for a few reasons. One, you never want to be the first person to talk about a subject. You would rather be late, or not late, but a day behind, than be somebody that posted about something way too early. Because if you post way too early, you're not going to get the views for it, you're not going to get followers for it, and trust me, nobody's going to care that you were the first person to post about XYZ if you don't have a lot of followers, because a big creator is going to come post about that same exact thing, and boom, nobody's going to remember that you, this small account, were the first person to post about that. Now, what you need to make sure that you're doing is you need to make sure that you're now scrolling. You have those 10 to 12 different topics you want to do, but now you need several video ideas. And what I recommend that you do is any post that you see by a small channel and they were able to get more views than they have followers on the reel, or they were able to get more likes than they have followers on the post, guess what you should do? You should do 2 things. One, you should recreate that post or recreate that reel. But secondly, if it's a reel, you need to make sure that you also go through and remix it. You need to remix it to give your reaction. You could disagree with the person. You could agree with the person. But ultimately, what you're going to be doing here is piggybacking off of success. And I don't want you to think that you're copying people. You're actually not copying people by doing this. And I don't want you to think that you're not going to be able to sell things like that. This creator right here does remixes all the time. They were able to gain over 58,000 followers on Instagram, and they make over 5 figures a month on Instagram by selling their program. And guess what? The majority of their posts are remixes. This, 1, doesn't take a lot of time for them to create. 2, goes viral all the time. And 3, allows them to piggyback and stand on the shoulder of giants so that they don't have to come up with brand new ideas, or they don't have to come up with brand new posts, and they can enjoy their life because they're not spending all day creating content for social media or trying to research content for social media. Now, there is one last thing that I need to make sure that you're doing, and this is by far the most important, and that is that you actually have a call to action in your content, and not the way that you've probably been doing it. If you tell people in your content to save, like, share, comment, DM you. Well, guess what? They ended up doing none of those things because the more choices that you give somebody, the less likely they are to actually follow through with any of them, which is why I strongly suggest that the only call to action that you have in your content, if you're trying to sell something, get somebody to DM you or get somebody to comment. Ideally, comment. The reason that you want them to comment is because then you can DM them and it's going to increase the amount of engagement that you get. Or if you're not doing that, I would strongly suggest you only get them to follow. Once you get them to follow, they're going to see more of your posts. Your posts are going to get suggested to more people like them, and this is going to increase the amount of followers that you get in a 24-hour period. Now, if you want me to look at your channel and tell you exactly what you need to post, what time to post, what hashtags to use to guarantee that you get more followers like everybody that I shared with you in this video, well then please keep watching this video because I've got a special offer for you. The opportunity to grow on Instagram and this organic reach we're currently seeing are not going to last forever, and there are two things holding you back from seeing the growth like the creators that I share with you in this video. The first one is that you haven't implemented the tips that I just shared with you, and the second is that you haven't gotten into my Instagram mentorship program yet that's literally going to guarantee that I help you get more followers on Instagram in the next 30 days or you get your money back, 0 questions asked. In fact, the average person that's gone through this program in the last 30 days has gained over 25,000 followers, and nobody has ever gone through it and gained less than 1,000 followers if they implemented every piece of advice that I share with them. Now, since you're still watching this video, I'm going to assume you're probably above average. So the odds of you gaining over 25,000 followers are probably quite high. And if you want results like that, go to the link in the description below right now and sign up because there are limited spots available. I'm going to be telling you exactly what to post, when to post, what hashtags to use. I'm going to send you new post ideas and I'm going to critique your content to guarantee that you get more growth on Instagram in the next 30 days. It doesn't matter what your niche is or what your background is. This program is going to help you get followers more easily and quicker so that you don't have to spend endless hours trying to figure out the things that I already know about exactly how to grow your account. In fact, I just helped this creator in the program and they gained over 100,000 followers in just 30 days. I helped this creator, they gained over 150,000, and this creator over 200,000 followers. If you want results like that and I want you to be my next success story, go to the link in the description below and sign up right now because every single day that you wait, it's only going to get harder to grow on Instagram. It is easier than ever to grow right now, but you need to take advantage of this opportunity. And what's better than an opportunity where you're literally going to grow on Instagram or get your money back, 0 questions asked. Again, there are limited spots, so go to the link in the description below and sign up right now. Otherwise, I strongly suggest you check out the next 2 videos I put up on the screen because they're the videos YouTube thinks you should watch next. Thank you so much for watching.